Hello and hi guys, I have 3 questions for all of you. First, have you ever regret for purchasing a limited edition product? Or have you ever continued watching a boring movie in cinema because you think you have spent a lot of money? And last but not least, have you ever been in a place where the people look at to the sky and then suddenly you will look at to the sky too? If yes, be careful because your mind might jump into a cognitive bias. Want to know more what is cognitive bias? Let's check it out together with me, Arika Sarah, in this Selangor Membaca 2021. So today we will talk about the prominent book entitled The Art of Thinking Clearly. So this book has been written by Rolf Dobelli. He is the famous Switzerland author and also entrepreneur. He studied for philosophy and also business in the University of Galen. He is also the author for the book Stop Reading and also the founder of the World Mind, which is the online discussion platform to discuss about plethora of topics including science, business, cultural community, and more. This book has been translated for more than 30 languages around the globe, and for my version, this book has been translated by the translator named Nikki Griffin and also been published by the Spectra in the year of 2014. Basically, this book discusses about 99 cognitive bias or simple errors that we all make in our day-to-day thinking. Rolf Dobelli explained about these 99 cognitive bias so that all the people know the existence of this cognitive bias and also how to avoid the cognitive bias and the simple conclusion that can help us to make a better decision in our daily life thinking. So from 99 cognitive bias, I would like to share with you 2 examples of cognitive bias. The first one is sunk cost fallacy. What is sunk cost fallacy? Sunk cost fallacy is our tendency to continue doing something if we have already invested time, effort, money, or maybe love. We have invest something, alright? Whether or not the current cost outweigh the benefits, which means we keep continue doing something just because of we have invested something, not because of the benefit. This scenario is happened to us if we watch a movie in cinema. We keep continue the boring movie just because you think you have spent a lot of 20 ringgit to the cinema before. Sunk cost fallacy is really dangerous, so that is why for rational decision making for the future requires you to forget about the cost incurred to date. No matter how much you have already invested, only your assessment of the future cost and the benefits counts. The swimmer's body illusion. Basically, swimmer's body illusion occurs when we confuse between selection factor with result. People think they can get a swimmer's body just by training hard. However, professional swimmers don't have their kind of body because they train hard. Rather, they are good swimmers because they have that kind of body. How their bodies are designed is a factor of selection and not the result of the activities. This cognitive bias is being exploited for the advertisement campaign, such as the cosmetic and skincare product. They will choose a perfect skin or perfect look model to be their ambassador, and as consumer, we will think that we will look like them if we buy and apply that kind of product. So be careful on what you see. Is that the real result or just the selection factor? Rolf Dobelli said, before you decide to take the plunge, look in the mirror and be honest on what you see. Because from that, you might fall prey to the swimmer's body illusion. What's interesting about this book is impactful. The writer of Rolf Dobelli used a really straightforward writing style for us as the reader to understand easily throughout this 99 cognitive bias. Also, he used a simple real life example for us to realize maybe we might jump into this cognitive bias in our day-to-day thinking. After the writer have made us understand about the cognitive bias, this book is really helpful for us to make a great and mindful decision, because at the end of each topic there will be a simple conclusion and also suggestion from the writer and help us to make a great decision. Also, the way to avoid this kind of cognitive bias. Last but not least, this book is scientifically written because there is the scientific explanation throughout the topic in this book, which related to our psychology, to our biology, and also to our cultural community. And also there is the resources of the specific topics at the end of each topic in this book, so that the reader like us will be able to discover more about that specific topic if you want to discover. So, if you want to know more about the cognitive bias, or you have experienced this cognitive bias and you want to know how to avoid the cognitive bias and have a clear mind, then you have to read this, The Art of Thinking Clearly. That's all from me. Thank you.